All right, let's talk about the single biggest shift happening in sales right now, artificial intelligence. And forget all the noise about robots replacing sellers. That's not the real story. The real story is how AI is creating a brand new class of, well, super sellers. We're going to break down how teams are getting this incredible edge by going from just being curious about AI to being genuinely confident using it every single day.
And this quote from Forbes just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? This is not about AI taking over. It's about the smartest salespeople grabbing this new tool and using it to become, well, exponentially better at their jobs. It's a massive advantage, and it's going to the people who master it first.
So let's get right to the core problem that pretty much every single sales leader is dealing with. It's a constant battle for time. Your sellers are literally drowning in distractions and admin work, pulling them away from the one thing they're actually there to do: sell.
Okay, brace yourself for this next number, because it's a bit of a shocker. The data shows that sellers are spending a staggering 72% of their time on tasks that are not selling. Think about that. For a normal 5-day work week, they're only really selling for about a day and a half. The rest of that time, it's just gone.
And this chart really shows you exactly where all that time disappears. You see that tiny slice? Only 28% of their time is spent actually selling. The rest gets eaten up by admin work, endless internal meetings, and prep. Now, this isn't just a simple time management issue. It's a huge revenue problem. Every single hour your team spends on admin is an hour they are not spending closing a deal.
So all this inefficiency, it creates a massive opportunity, for sure. But it's also creating a new kind of performance divide. We're starting to see this huge gap open up between the teams who are using AI to claw back that lost time and the teams who are getting left behind. And this isn't some future trend, it is happening right now. And here is the real risk. Fewer than 30% of companies are actually providing any kind of structured training for their sales teams on how to use AI. There's this massive disconnect between how powerful these tools are and the skills needed to actually use them. Most teams are basically just being told to go figure it out. But just look at the other side of the coin. The data is crystal clear. Sellers who do get trained in AI are 2.8 times more likely to absolutely smash their quota. I mean, that is a game-changing lift in performance. It proves it's not about just having the technology, it's about having the skills to wield it. This chart just visualizes that performance gap perfectly. Just look at it. The teams over on the left with low AI adoption are struggling, barely hitting 45% of their quota. But as you move to the right, you see the teams with high adoption soaring past 70%. The numbers don't lie. AI adoption has a direct line to hitting your numbers. It's that simple. So the big question is, how do you actually bridge that gap? How do you grab that opportunity? Well, you need a clear path forward. And this is where we shift from talking about the problem to laying out the solution. A proven framework that's designed to take your team from being AI curious to being truly AI confident. And the whole approach is built on this really simple but powerful 3-part framework: find, move, and close. The beauty of it is that it aligns perfectly with the sales cycle your team already knows, the one they live and breathe every day. That makes it so much easier to apply AI at every single stage. And listen, this is way more than just another training course. It's a complete enablement system. We start off by figuring out exactly where you are right now. Then we build that core foundation in a really focused sprint. And from there, we've got advanced workshops and ongoing sessions to make sure those skills stay sharp. It's a full cycle solution that guarantees the change actually sticks.
Okay, so let's zoom in on the heart of the program, the 5-week sprint. This is where the real transformation happens. This is where we build that essential foundation of skills and habits that turns your sellers into an AI-powered sales force. This timeline maps out the journey perfectly. We kick things off in week 1 with the absolute bedrock, prompting mastery. Because let's be honest, if you can't talk to the AI effectively, you can't get good results. It's the difference between asking, write a sales email versus act as a senior account executive and write a 100-word email to a VP of marketing, highlighting how we delivered a 30% reduction in customer churn. See the difference? From there, we move logically through the sales cycle, using AI to find, move, and then close deals before we look ahead to what's coming next. So what does your team actually get out of this? Not just a bunch of theory, but real, tangible skills they can use on the job from day one. They walk away with a proven framework, specific prompts they can copy and paste immediately, hands-on experience, and maybe most importantly, the genuine confidence to sell faster and stronger than the competition. But look, building that foundation, that's really just the beginning. The world of AI is moving at lightning speed. So to keep that competitive edge, your team needs a clear path for ongoing growth, a way to go from being good with AI to being absolutely unstoppable.
After that foundational sprint, the path actually splits into two advanced tracks. For your sellers, it's all about achieving mastery, turning them into true AI power users. And for leaders, it's about strategy, learning how to coach these new skills, drive adoption across the team, and weave AI right into the DNA of your sales process.
And because AI never, ever stands still, the system also includes these quarterly momentum sessions. This is how your team stays on the absolute cutting edge. They'll learn from real-world case studies, get their hands on the latest tools, and explore new, innovative ways to use AI to drive revenue. This makes sure the skills they learn don't just last, they actually evolve. So, we've walked through the problem, the solution, and the path to true mastery. Now, it's really just about taking action. Your team's competitive AI edge begins with one simple, clear next step.
The path forward is really straightforward. First, we start with a totally free AI readiness assessment to figure out your team's biggest opportunities. Step 2, we run a quick AI showcase to get your whole team excited and on board. And the final step, well, you just get to watch them transform.
So, we'll end with this one question for you to think about. After seeing the data, the performance gap, and the clear path to success, where is your team really in its AI journey? Are you still AI curious, or are you ready to become AI confident?